I'm doing a quick review on Cale's funnel. The first thing that stands out to me, he said he's getting about 40% opt-in rate, but then there's not conversions happening. So for opt-in, if 40% are opting in, I'm guessing that you have a really good lead into this. It looks really good and really clean, but a lot of the language on here is really confusing to me. I think the fillable PDF, I've never heard the word fillable, and it to me is not very exciting. I'm guessing what that means is that you can kind of write in that it's prompted. I think there's probably a better word for that, maybe a workbook. I have something similar where I call it like a workbook, because then people are familiar with the fact that it's prompting you to take certain actions or use certain languages to get the result that they want. It's always good to have you have the 30-day. I think that's always good. You call it out that it's digital, which is great. And then you call it a journal, and it says takes you from here to there. I get what you're trying to do with that, but I think it's not something that I feel like I need in my life to get from here to there. I don't know where there is. So I think through getting to know your specific clients better, you would know exactly the desired result that they want, and you would know where they're starting. So let's just say it looks like you, I guess that would be kind of the next thing, is down here in the sign up and get the frameworks that I used to overcome depression, failed relationships, and bankruptcy. Those are all good promises, but they're kind of all very separate from each other. I would pick one big result that this is going to get them, and you can kind of test and see what most people that are attracted to your services are trying to get as their big result. But I would say maybe sign up now and get the the amazing tool that I use to overcome feeling out of control in my life, and without spending hours a day, or without something, like something that they're not having to do, something that's a big pain point that makes it hard for people to accomplish this. So without sacrificing hours a day to, by using this simple workbook, something like that. You want to have something in there that addresses who your target market is. So I help busy moms, or I help, entrepreneurs, or whoever it is that you're helping, and to get this certain result, a specific result, and how they're going to do it with the tool that they're going to use, which is obviously this journal is the first step of it. I think the gap on the front, gap 5, to me, that doesn't mean anything. And as a consumer, it looks nice and it's cool, and I'm guessing that's like the business name. But if it said something like productivity planner, I'm like, that's cool. That's something I want. That's something I know the result. I know what it is. Gap 5 to me doesn't mean anything. Just like, any business name is like, that's cool, but what's the result that it's going to get? What is it used for? Is it a productivity planner? Is it a raise your mood if you're talking about overcoming depression? Is this a journal that's going to help you change your mindset? So a little more clarity on that. I'm going to go ahead and opt in here. We'll just do that. I already opted in, but hopefully it'll let me do it again. So we can go to the next page. Okay, perfect. So it takes you to a video. Your video is great as far as energy, and you seem to be really comfortable on camera and really natural, and it looks like you have a cool scene set up and all that. It shows that you do this often. I do remember when I listened to the video, I felt like a little bit. I felt like you didn't have that much belief in your product, because you were just trying to just give me everything right off the bat. It was like, take this and this and this and this. Like, basically, you're just giving me everything for free. and I don't even really know, to be honest, what you are selling or what your company is. And like I said before, maybe if people already know who you are or know what your business is through social media or however you're getting people to your page, then maybe they're warm traffic. But as far as or maybe they're hot traffic, but as far as cold and warm traffic, I have no idea what exactly you do or what you're going to do for me. So so I think clarity is the number one thing. I think you have all these amazing services that you offer, but I think clarity on focusing on maybe one for right now, because another thing I noticed was you do vitamins, you do workouts, you do meditation. So it sounds like it's kind of a design for overall living, but I think that if you kept everything a little more separate and solve one problem at a time, you'll get a lot more people buying this, and then you can take them to the next step. So don't try to do it all right in this step. I'd say make it really easy for people, like totally no-brainer. Think of IKEA. It's like they lead you through one section at a time. It's not just you go in the store and there's everything. It's kind of like, first, what do you want them to do? You want them to get this journal, and what problem is that going to solve? As soon as people buy something, they feel like the problem has been solved. So if you can solve this problem, get them to upgrade whatever your first upsell is. Because it's a little confusing what even the offer is, to be honest, for me. So I would kind of separate everything. And also, you don't need to give that much bonuses away for a $20 product. And I don't know how much the planner is. You said you gave it for free, the digital copy. I'm guessing you're saying take the physical, have a look in the mirror. So yeah, I think the big takeaway to help clarify like all your sales copy and exactly how to build the funnel in an order that takes them through a progression would be to get really clear on the problems you solve and do one at a time. Maybe like the body weight thing could be its own page. Like that could be the upsell. So let's just say the opt-in is get a free sample of the planner, or the opt-in could be get a free 10-minute training webinar on the planner, and then right away you can offer them to buy the planner for $20. Normally it's whatever, $100 or something. When they buy that, then you can take them to the upsell page, which could be or maybe the app could be the bump or something, like, because it seems to be a smaller thing. But these could all be bonuses for your bigger offer. So I would start them. You always want to get them to pull out their credit card also with a smaller offer, and then it's already out, and then they have the one-click upsell kind of thing. So don't be afraid to take your time, with kind of the indoctrination process, where it's not just here is everything right at once. So yeah, I would say and I don't know if your ultimate higher ticket item is coaching or what, but I think all of these things could be kind of separated a bit, and then like I said, just maybe getting really clear on the promise. So instead of trying to group everything together, unless it is, there might just be a better way to explain it, or even my products are the same. Like my meditation product solves a lot of problems, but I just focused in on one specific result that I found to be what most people wanted through some testing, and so that's what I'm marketing, even though it does all these other things. And then through the process, I can start to market the other benefits of it. And maybe you can build a whole, masterclass out of the 10-minute workouts or the mindfulness part of it. So you can build a whole maybe an hour webinar out of each one of those, and that becomes an upsell that you can sell for $100 or something like that. So those are just a few ideas. I hope that's helpful. It looks like you have a really good start here, and hopefully that will be something that helps to get some more conversions. I think one other thing is just like putting a price at this stage. I would give them a price, like I'm ready to grab this for $20 or whatever, so they know, like instead of having another, because I'm guessing after this, let's see, probably just takes us to the order confirmation. So it's kind of like so you got to do some I would recommend some stacking ahead of time, so that they're not just all of a sudden here. So they're kind of seeing throughout the value and stuff like that. But yeah, overall looks good, and hopefully that's helpful. And look forward to seeing if any of that, if you implement any of that, and it helps out with the conversions. All right, thanks a lot, man. Talk to you soon.